Did you know that some foods we think are healthy might actually be working against us as we get older? It's a frustrating reality, isn't it? We try our best to eat well, choose things that seem good for us, only to find out later that maybe they weren't the best choice after all. Especially with how our bodies change after 60. It feels like the rules keep changing. You grab a handful of something that's supposed to be packed with good stuff, hoping it'll boost your energy or protect your heart. But instead, maybe it leaves you feeling sluggish, or worse, contributes to issues you're trying to avoid. It can be confusing and honestly, a bit disheartening. But there's a bit of a secret here. It's not always about avoiding entire food groups, but about understanding the nuances, the little details that make a big difference. Take nuts, for instance. For years, we've heard how healthy nuts are, and many of them truly are nutritional powerhouses. They're full of healthy fats, protein, vitamins, and minerals. But just like with anything else, the way they're prepared, or even which specific nuts you choose, can completely change the equation. Some nuts, or certain forms of nuts, might be better left on the shelf once we're past 60, while others are absolutely fantastic for keeping our brains sharp, our hearts strong, and our bodies feeling good. In this video, we're going to dive into the world of nuts and uncover which 4 types you might want to steer clear of, and which 4 are your best friends for vibrant health in your 60s and beyond. Stick around to the very end, because I'll share something that might genuinely surprise you about one particular nut and how much of it is really good for you. Let's get right into the nuts that might not be serving us as well as we'd hope after 60. The first one to be really cautious about isn't necessarily a specific type of nut, but rather how it's been prepared. I'm talking about nuts that have been sugared, candied, or coated in syrup or honey. You see them everywhere. Candied pecans, honey-roasted almonds, glazed walnuts. They taste like a treat, don't they? And that's exactly the problem. While the nut underneath might be healthy, that sugary coating adds a significant amount of refined sugar, often more than you'd find in a dessert. As we age, our bodies often become less efficient at processing sugar. Spikes in blood sugar can contribute to inflammation throughout the body, increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, and can even impact our energy levels, leading to that dreaded energy crash later on. Think about it. You grab a handful of candied nuts thinking you're getting a healthy snack, but you're also getting a dose of sugar that your body might struggle to handle effectively. This isn't just about calories. It's about how that sugar impacts your metabolism, your hormones, and your overall inflammatory state. Chronic low-grade inflammation is linked to so many age-related issues, from joint pain to cognitive decline. So, while that sweet crunch might be tempting, the added sugar in candied nuts can easily outweigh the benefits of the nut itself, turning a potentially healthy food into something that can contribute to health problems we're trying to avoid. It's not just the obvious candies either. Look out for ingredients like sugar, corn syrup, honey, or maple syrup high up on the list. These are treats, not healthy snacks, especially for daily consumption. Moving on. The second type of nut to approach with caution is heavily salted nuts. Just like with sugar, excess salt can be a real issue as we get older. High sodium intake is directly linked to increased blood pressure, which is a major risk factor for heart disease and stroke. Our kidneys might not be as efficient at filtering out excess sodium as they once were, meaning that extra salt hangs around in our system, causing our bodies to retain more fluid and putting extra strain on our cardiovascular system. You grab a handful of salted peanuts or cashews, and before you know it, you've consumed a significant portion of your recommended daily sodium limit, maybe even exceeding it, without even realizing it. The salt makes them incredibly Moorish, so it's hard to stop at just a small handful. While a tiny pinch of salt for flavor might be okay, many commercially available salted nuts are loaded with it. The recommended daily sodium intake for adults is around 200-300 milligrams, but ideally, it should be closer to 100-500 milligrams. especially if you have or are at risk for high blood pressure. Just a small serving of heavily salted nuts can contain hundreds of milligrams of sodium. So, that seemingly innocent snack can contribute significantly to high blood pressure over time, silently increasing your risk of serious health issues. Always check the nutrition label. If sodium is high, or salt is listed early in the ingredients, it's probably best to choose a different option. Opting for unsalted versions allows you to enjoy the nut's natural flavor and health benefits without the cardiovascular risk. So, we've talked about steering clear of those tempting sugary coatings and watching out for excessive salt. Now, let's look at a third type of nut preparation that might not be doing us any favors, especially after 60 nuts that come in processed snack mixes. You know the kind. They often combine various nuts, but they're also mixed with things like sugary dried fruit, chocolate pieces, pretzels, or crunchy seasoned bits that aren't even nuts at all. The nuts themselves in these mixes are often heavily processed, too, frequently roasted in unhealthy oils and coated in excessive salt and artificial flavors. The whole package ends up being a calorie-dense, nutrient-poor snack loaded with sugar, bad fats, and sodium, while diluting the actual benefits you'd get from eating just the plain nuts. It's the cumulative effect of all the added, less healthy ingredients that makes these mixes problematic. You might think you're getting a good mix of healthy nuts, but you're also getting a dose of processed junk that doesn't support healthy aging. These mixes are designed to be hyper-palatable, meaning it's incredibly hard to eat just a small portion, leading to overconsumption of unhealthy elements. For someone over 60, where every nutrient counts and minimizing exposure to inflammatory ingredients is key, these processed snack mixes are definitely in the avoid category. They offer quick energy from sugar and unhealthy fats, but lack the sustained nutritional value and fiber of plain nuts, and they can contribute to weight gain, poor blood sugar control, and increased inflammation. And finally, the fourth type of nut preparation to be wary of is deep-fried nuts. While nuts naturally contain healthy fats, deep frying adds unhealthy fats, often from processed vegetable oils that are high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can contribute to inflammation in the body when consumed in excess compared to omega-3s. Frying also adds extra calories and can potentially degrade some of the heat-sensitive nutrients found in nuts, like certain vitamins and antioxidants. Many fried nuts are also heavily salted or seasoned with artificial flavors, combining several of the downsides we've already discussed. Think of those crunchy bar snacks, often peanuts or other nuts that have been deep-fried to achieve that extra crispiness. This process fundamentally changes the nutritional profile of the nut, turning a potentially heart-healthy food into something that can contribute to arterial plaque buildup and other cardiovascular issues over time. Our digestive systems can also become a bit more sensitive as we age, and fried foods, including fried nuts, can be harder to digest, potentially leading to discomfort, indigestion, or heartburn. Choosing nuts roasted dry or eaten raw preserves their natural nutrient profile and avoids the addition of unhealthy fats and calories associated with deep frying. Okay, so we've talked about a few types of nuts and preparations that are best avoided or limited significantly after 60. The sugary ones, the heavily salted ones, those processed snack mixes, and the deep-fried varieties. It might feel a little restrictive, but don't worry, this isn't about taking away all the good stuff. In fact, now we get to talk about the exciting part, the nuts that are absolutely wonderful for supporting your health and vitality in your 60s and beyond. These are the true nutritional powerhouses that can help keep you feeling great. Let's switch gears entirely and dive into the nuts that you should be adding to your diet regularly. First up on our list of healthy nuts are walnuts. These might not be the cheapest nut on the shelf, but they are worth every penny for the incredible health benefits they offer, especially for our aging bodies and minds. Walnuts are unique among nuts because they are an excellent source of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid (ALA). We often think of fatty fish when we talk about omega-3s, But walnuts provide a fantastic plant-based source. Why are omega-3s so important for us after 60? Well, they are crucial for brain health. Studies have linked regular walnut consumption to improved cognitive function, better memory, and even a reduced risk of age-related cognitive decline and dementia. They help protect brain cells and reduce inflammation in the brain. But the benefits don't stop there. Omega-3s are also fantastic for heart health, helping to reduce inflammation in the arteries, lower bad cholesterol levels, and improve overall cardiovascular function. Walnuts also contain a wealth of antioxidants, including polyphenols, which further protect your body from damage caused by free radicals, the kind of damage that contributes to aging and disease. They also offer protein, fiber, and minerals like magnesium and potassium, which support healthy blood pressure. A small handful of walnuts a day, maybe about a quarter cup, can provide significant benefits. You can eat them plain, toss them into salads, mix them into yogurt or oatmeal, or add them to baked goods. Just be mindful of added sugar if baking. Their slightly bitter, earthy flavor pairs well with both sweet and savory dishes. Making walnuts a regular part of your diet is a simple, delicious way to invest in your brain and heart health. Moving on to another superstar nut for healthy aging: almonds. These are widely available, versatile, and packed with nutrients that are particularly beneficial as we get older. One of the standout features of almonds is their high vitamin E content. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that helps protect your cells from oxidative damage. This is especially important for skin health, keeping it looking more youthful. But it's also crucial for protecting your brain and reducing inflammation throughout the body. Almonds are also a fantastic source of fiber. Getting enough fiber is vital after 60 for digestive health, helping to prevent constipation, which can become more common with age. Fiber also helps you feel full and satisfied, which can be helpful for weight management, and it helps regulate blood sugar levels. But that's not all. Almonds provide a good amount of healthy monounsaturated fats, similar to those found in olive oil, which are known for their heart protective effects. They can help lower LDL bad cholesterol. Plus, almonds contain calcium and magnesium, minerals important for maintaining strong bones, something that becomes increasingly important as bone density can decrease with age, increasing the risk of osteoporosis. A serving size is typically about an ounce, which is roughly 23 almonds. Eating them raw or dry roasted and unsalted is the best way to get the maximum benefits. They make a perfect grab-and-go snack, can be sprinkled over vegetables, added to stir-fries, or blended into smoothies. If you prefer almond butter, just make sure it's made from just almonds, with no added sugar or oils. Almonds are a simple, effective addition to your daily routine for a host of health benefits. So, we've covered the amazing benefits of walnuts for brain and heart health and the all-around goodness of almonds with their vitamin E, fiber, and bone-supporting minerals. Let's keep going with our list of healthy nuts that are fantastic choices for vibrant aging. Next up are pistachios. These little green powerhouses are not only delicious, but they also offer a unique profile of nutrients that can be incredibly beneficial after 60. One thing that sets pistachios apart is their high level of antioxidants, including lutein and zeaxanthin. These particular antioxidants are crucial for eye health. As we age, the risk of age-related macular degeneration (AMD) and cataracts increases, and lutein and zeaxanthin help protect your eyes from damage, acting like natural sunglasses for your retina. Eating foods rich in these compounds, like pistachios, can play a role in maintaining good vision as you get older, but the benefits don't stop at eye health. Pistachios are also a good source of protein and fiber, helping with satiety and digestion, just like almonds. They contain healthy monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fats that support heart health. Plus, they offer a range of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin B6, potassium, and phosphorus. One interesting benefit of in-shell pistachios is that the act of shelling them can actually help you eat more mindfully and potentially consume fewer calories because the empty shells serve as a visual cue of how much you've eaten. A typical serving is about an ounce, which is around 49 kernels. Enjoy them plain and unsalted as a snack, or add them to salads. Use them as a crunchy topping for fish or chicken, or incorporate them into grain bowls. Their vibrant color and slightly sweet, nutty flavor make them a versatile addition to many meals. And finally, let's talk about a nut that you should definitely include in your diet, but with a very important caveat: Brazil nuts. These large, rich nuts are absolutely packed with selenium, a trace mineral that plays a vital role in numerous bodily functions, including thyroid health, immune function, and acting as a powerful antioxidant. Getting enough selenium is important for everyone, but it can be particularly beneficial for supporting your immune system and thyroid as you age. However, Brazil nuts are so incredibly high in selenium that you only need a very small amount to reap the benefits. In fact, too many can actually be harmful. Eating just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day is often enough to meet your daily selenium needs and provide a powerful antioxidant boost. Eating more than a few regularly can lead to selenium toxicity, which can cause symptoms like hair loss, brittle nails, fatigue, and digestive issues. So, while Brazil nuts are fantastic for delivering a potent dose of selenium and supporting antioxidant defenses, this is one case where more is definitely not better. Think of them as a powerful supplement in nut form. Just 1 or 2 a day is the magic number. Enjoy them plain, perhaps adding 1 or 2 to your morning routine or snacking on them occasionally. So, there you have it. We've explored some nuts that are best approached with caution due to added sugar, salt, unhealthy fats, or being buried in processed mixes. And we've celebrated the incredible nutritional powerhouses like walnuts, almonds, pistachios, and yes, even Brazil nuts in moderation that can genuinely support your health and vitality after 60. The key takeaway is that not all nuts are created equal, especially depending on how they're prepared. Choosing plain, unsalted, raw or dry roasted nuts is almost always the best way to go. Making these small adjustments to the types of nuts you choose can have a surprisingly big impact on your health goals. Whether that's managing blood pressure, keeping your mind sharp, improving digestion, or boosting your overall energy. It's not about deprivation. It's about making informed, positive choices that nourish your body and support you in living your best life. Remember, consistency is more important than perfection. Just try swapping out your usual salted or candied nuts for a handful of plain walnuts or almonds a few times a week. See how you feel. Pay attention to the energy boost, the satisfaction, and the peace of mind knowing you're fueling your body with genuinely good stuff. These nutrient-dense options are a simple, delicious way to add valuable vitamins, minerals, healthy fats, and fiber to your diet without the downsides of their less healthy counterparts. We've talked about which ones to avoid and which to embrace. Understanding that the preparation matters hugely. Focusing on those 4 healthy nuts: walnuts for the brain and heart, almonds for fiber and bone health, pistachios for eye health and antioxidants, and Brazil nuts for a selenium boost. Just 1 or 2 can make a real difference. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge and making choices that align with feeling strong and vibrant as you get older. Don't let the confusion about healthy eating stop you from making progress. Start with something simple like upgrading your snack game with the right nuts. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Are there any nuts you were surprised to learn about? What are your favorite healthy nuts to eat? Share your experiences and tips in the comments below. Your insights can help others in our community too. And if you found this video helpful and encouraging, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more people who could benefit from this information. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos packed with practical tips for living a healthy, happy life after 60. Thank you for watching and spending this time with me. Keep making those wonderful, health-supporting choices. Live your best life at every age.